So you are in your 50s or you are working so hard to retire and you want to use farming as your retirement plan. Where do I advise you to put your money? What will I advise you to do? So I'm going to give you, the instances I'm going to give you is what I plan for myself, and our desire might be different, but for someone that has been on the field now, to some extent, I can tell you that this is where the money is in agriculture. But the problem is you need to put in your energy now that you are still agile for you to make money for you as a retirement plan later. Okay, if you like videos like this, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and let's get into it. The very first thing I'm going to advise you to do is focus on long-term crops right now. So if you want to go into farming, you want to invest the money into farming, focus on long-term crops. The long-term crops are what will serve as your retirement plan. Okay, so I knew that growing up, my grandfather has these oil palm trees that he planted years ago. So I met the oil palm tree. Now that it's no more, we still go to the farm, harvest the oil palm, and we convert it to palm oil and other things. It's no more, but he has left it for us for years. Also, he has orange trees, though orange does not really bring much money like that, but he has all these trees that he planted and they are bringing money for him. So me too, I advise you to focus on long-term crops. Plant 3 crops, and I'll recommend coconut. I'll recommend oil palm. Oil palm is here to stay, but the ones that are fast rising that might take over oil palm is coconut, shea nuts, this ori tree, shea nuts, kola nuts, ogbono. Plant these crops now that you have the energy to monitor them, and when you are older, you want to retire, these will serve as retirement plan. And the good thing about all these trees is once they are rooted and they've grown, they are not dying, they'll just keep producing money. That's why we call them cash crop. Anytime you need cash, the crop will give it to you year in, year out. You don't need to do anything again. So yes, I would recommend you go forget about short-term crops. You don't need them. Focus. You can just get 1 acre and decide, okay, it's only coconuts you want to plant on it. You want to plant 70 coconuts. That 70 coconuts, you know how much it will be generating for you yearly. You just want to plant shea nut tree. You want to plant just obono on it. Over the years, do you know how much that tree will generate for you? So yes, for retirement plan, I'll say focus on all these 3 crops. Okay, the next thing I'm going to advise you to focus on is farmlands. Acquire farmlands. I am a testimony of farmlands. When I started farming, I got my first acre for 150,000 naira. And last year, when I decided to get another acre to my name, I got it at the rate of 550,000 naira. As I'm speaking to you right now, an acre in that same location I got it for 550,000 naira is going for 2.5 million naira. So yes, assuming then I knew I would have acquired more for 150,000, and now I'll be ranking in millions. There are locations that farmlands are still cheap. You can go there to acquire as many acres as possible and fence them. You can decide to do long-term crops on it. You can decide not to even do anything on it. Fence them. But I used to advise, if you are getting land, please give it out for people to use to do farming activities, pending when you want to use it. And you giving it out to themselves, they will still be paying you to use the land. So it's a win-win for everybody, pending when you want to use them. The next thing I'm going to advise you to do as a retirement plan is build processing mill. Okay, so for example, my retirement plan is oil palm, right? I'm going to build a processing mill that will process the oil palm. If my retirement plan is let's say coconut, I'll be processing mill that once it's time for retirement, so I'm going to start processing this thing to finished product and I will sell. Do you understand? So let me give you guys a backstory. I think this is needed. It's not totally related to agriculture, but I just remember it now. I remember the time that I was still working when I started hustling as a young girl. Then there was a factory I worked in. The factory is air freshener we produce there. That time my guy would say, we should work hard though, because the factory very soon will start producing tissue. There is no only air freshener that is the goal. But before we even start producing tissue, this man is already importing machines for tissue, importing machines for everything at cheap price. And 4 years later was when he started producing tissue. 4 years later, if he was to get that same machinery at that time, I know how much he was going to spend. So I'm just using that example in this processing mill. The factory now, if I mention the name of the company I work, you guys know it's a very popular air freshener brand in Nigeria, very, very popular. I worked with them when they were starting from the root. So yes, you can also start like that. Be getting, especially people that are abroad. I heard that they used to auction some of these machineries. If not that, custom fee and clearance fee is expensive. It's something that you can ship down and keep. You can just be doing maybe monthly servicing, pending when you want to use it. Because if you say you should wait till when you want to use it to set up processing mill, you don't know how expensive it would have been. Okay, so if you have it planned as a retirement plan, look for ways to get started now, because it's what you do now. Just have the end goal at the back of your mind. It's what you do now that will determine how the end will be. And finally, for people that don't like crops, nothing concern them with crops, go for livestock that multiply. Go for livestock that multiply. I have a friend or a customer or a client, but I'll call him a friend, that we spoke. What he's doing now is he wants to build a ranch in Nigeria, and what he's doing at the moment is importing cows to produce milk. And I know that his end goal is to be packaging milk or maybe open a yogurt or anything, but he's starting now. So for those that want to go into the livestock aspect, go into livestock that multiply. You guys know that's what I preach. Leave poultry for people, for we here. For people that just want to make quick cash, leave it for them. Do livestock that multiply. I'm talking about ram, I'm talking about goats, I'm talking about sheep, I'm talking about cow. And the cow that you'll be doing, make sure it's the one that you can add value to. I'm all about value addition, because it's value addition that brings in more money. Look for things that you can add value to. Like this man now, when he told me he imported cow for over $1 million, I'm like, killing it. But it is an investment that over the years is going to pay off. So these are the aspects I will advise you to focus on if you're thinking of retirement plan in agriculture or in farming. Okay, and let me chip in this bonus point. This bonus point is build warehouse. Year in, year out, warehouse can never go out of stock. Yes, I don't know if that's the word to use, but every single year we do storage. Storage has been before they gave birth to me. Storage has been before they gave birth to my father. So storage has been over the years, and it will still continue to stay. So build warehouse if you have the funds. It's not compulsory you cultivate. You can just get land in a location where you feel okay. You can store things there. You can rent it out for people. I remember there was a time I was looking for a warehouse to store grains in bulk, but I could not find. That's why I did not do the storage then. So yes, look for warehouse to store build warehouse and let people lease it to store, pending on when you are ready to start storing yourself. Warehouse does not really need any maintenance like that. Just build it well, and people will be using it day in, day out. Okay, so these are the aspects I'm going to advise you to focus on if you're thinking of going into farming for a retirement plan or taking farming as a retirement plan. All right, I hope you got value as usual. If you did, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'm going to see you in the next video.